not sure if you've noticed this, or if maybe it's just in my head, but I feel like I have been training like a fucking baby for the last few weeks. I keep, and every so often I do this, and I always catch myself. I fall into like a rabbit hole of listening to buzzwords like, oh, peak contractile muscle recruitment, all the classic like meso reps, 3-second eccentric. Ugh, that is not what I'm about. I've been overcomplicating my training, doing simple ass, just squeezing sets. That's not what we're freaking about here. I gotta get back to basics, right? When you think of any kind of experiment, or I don't know if you've ever done like labs in school, or if you've ever been in like an AP chemistry, whatever, right? You've done something cool, right? You add some fucking, I don't know, you mix some aluminum and some iron oxide, you light that shit on fire. Whoa, that was fucking cool. The boring part is writing the fucking, project report at the end of it, explaining the exact details on why you did it, even though you already did it. So what I'm really trying to get at is, I've been focusing too much on the details. Like, oh, what kind of set is going to be the best? Oh, what kind of... Okay, I'll do like a light squeezing set. Yeah, no. I need to return to my primary directive of each workout, which is to obliterate whatever muscle is in front of me. And then, once I'm fully pumped and I feel like I've done enough, I get to say, all right, now we can leave. So, of course my, mentality with all the workouts, it does change. I feel like I've been subject to the propaganda of science-based lifters for a little bit, as though I'm like, oh, well, there's one specific way to train. Come on. Not good. But I'm not saying they're wrong. My classic shtick, for the most part, is a lot of different shit works. You can do a lot of very different workouts, but you got to remember the level of results that you're going to get. I don't think it's so much based on the actual workout composition itself as much as it is, based on the actual fucking intensity of the lift. Because look, and I'm not saying this just for you, I'm saying this for me too. I got to solidify this in my mind. Like, if I see somebody doing a real fancy pants workout, they have like 3 sets of dumbbells in front of them because they're doing a triple drop set of, RPE 8 with the 50s and then RPE 8 with the 60s and lengthened partials and skibbity riz toilet. Come on, dude. That guy is never going to get bigger biceps than the fucking hunk next to him who gets himself fucking riled up, grabs the 60s, and just curls them like a freak. Now, of course, I'm not saying that I want to like try to curl the hundreds when I go into the gym today. That's not what I'm saying. I'm still going to do weight that's within my, manageable amount, but rather than sort of, I don't know. I just feel like I've been having better lifts when my main mentality with each set isn't like, okay, I'm trying to get a peak contraction. I feel like the better lifts that I've had are from the sets where I'm just fucking really getting into it and just pushing it as hard as I can. And then not focusing so much on the details of it. That's really what I'm trying to say there. So that's not like I'm not saying that as a recommendation for you. Like, you got to figure out what works for you. And I feel like I've been lifting for a little while. So the guy who knows the most about what my body is going to respond to training wise, guess who it is? And no, it's well, okay, I was about to say no, it's not an Olympia level coach. I'm not gonna. They know a lot of shit. I definitely want to get some one-on-ones with them for sure. Extract some knowledge and information. But what I'm really trying to say is, I'm the one who's done all the training. I'm the one who's seen the results that I've got from that training. And as long as you've got a little bit of a brain in your skull, you should be able to see, okay, this worked a bit better than this. Or even just on a more subjective level, okay, this feels way better than this. I'm getting way better pumps. I enjoy training more. Right? So, whatever that style is for you, not only do I think people should just have a little bit of a ability to decide whether or not their training is good, but it's almost a little bit more psychological than that, because if you're doing something that you actually enjoy and you believe that that's the best method for you, then look, I'm not going to say you're going to like manifest better results because you always pick door number 3 and it always works out for you. But if you have that sort of positive mentality about what you're doing, it's going to be easier for you to go harder. You know, if you took 2 guys and you put each of them through a training routine for a year, same diet, same diet, same size dude, same basic genetics and, you know, ability to put on muscle mass. And one guy got to do a training routine, which I'm not saying he came up with it, but it's a routine that he stands behind. He likes the idea. When somebody tries to explain to him like why he's doing something, he can say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, okay, all right, let's, and then, you know, do his workout. That guy's gonna get better results than the other dude if he's doing workouts which he doesn't really stand behind, you know? And he's like, yeah, you know, I don't really know why let's just say they each have coaches. And one guy's like, hey, I don't really know why my coach is having me do, you know, supinated spider curls, but, you know, he's my coach, so he's pretty fucking smart. You gotta remember, there's no, you know, association which bars people from writing bodybuilding coach in their Instagram bio. You know, there's no law that says you have to be a fully educated fucking, you know, a fully educated fucking lifter who actually knows what they're talking about to say, like, I'm a coach, here's what I talk about, blah, 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 blah. Not even half. I'd say if you were to somehow use fucking omnipotence and look at every Instagram account that says bodybuilding coach, link down below, I'd say 90% of them are fucking dorks, guaranteed. Maybe not, but you get what I'm trying to get at there. So, do what worked for you, and go through the process of finding out what works for you. Does that, can you not get behind that? It makes sense to me. You know? If you were trying to pick your favorite food, are you just gonna ask people what their favorite foods are and say, oh, you know, 10 people really love spaghetti. I asked 100 people and 50 of them said they love BLTs. I tried it and I don't really like it, but since they like it, I'll just pretend I do too. Come on, man. Not an awesome mentality to have. Don't fall for this peer pressure BS. If you're right and 100 other people are wrong, you gotta stand by what you're right about. And that's not, I'm just saying, be a cool guy, do what you want to do, and do shit that gives you results. If it takes you like 2 years to find a routine that actually works for you, and like maybe you realize like, okay, I've gotten better gains in my lats when I do really heavy pull downs rather than lighter squeezing pull downs, then that's what you gotta do. You know, that's all I'm trying to get at there. But let's actually talk about the lift. I just went on a whole rant about training styles and whatever else. Plan is arms, and not just arms. I was about to say arms aside, like homicide. It doesn't really roll off the tongue that well, but tricep obliteration followed by bicep atomization. Right, so tries, I definitely want to do some really heavy push downs to the point where I'm only getting, oh my goodness, you know, maybe 15 reps, because just as a bigger guy, you know, I can throw like 3 45-pound plates on the side of a stack and do push downs. You got to remember too, there's, you know, cables going up and down, making the weight easier. But whatever. So I want to go really heavy, really just destroy them. Maybe even do some skull crushers. Sometimes they're a little bit, sometimes they bother my elbows a little bit, so I'll be a bit more cautious about those. And then biceps will just be a fuck ton of curls. Probably standing dumbbell. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to do whatever feels good. I can't even really guess right now, other than just listing off a bunch of curls that I know. You know, standing dumbbell curls, love it. Standing easy bar, love it. Preachers, love it. Cables, love it. Any kind of curl. I will say this though, I do avoid hamburger curls because I'm trying to hit my biceps. I'm not trying to hit my brachioradialis. Or is it brachial? Who cares? Right? If I'm hitting biceps, I want to pretty much just try to isolate them. But no matter what I end up doing, I can guarantee that at the end of this lift, my arms will be nice and fucking inflated with blood. So, nothing else to say but to get in there and fucking go nuts. It's been a while since I've done really heavy push downs, so I don't want to rip my shit off. So I'll just do 2 plates instead of the typical 3. And honestly, I feel like 3 anyway is just asking for trouble. Like I'm gonna have this cable rip one of my eyes out. Knock on steel. But let's squeeze hard, burn out. Nothing too complicated. No. Yeah. No. Okay. All right. Let's repeat that like 100,000 more times. No. 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 Okay. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Oh my god. Oh. It's just fucking killer. I think probably one more. I was gonna do skull crushers, but honestly, I think I'll just stay here. Let's just spam these. I couldn't help myself. Had to throw another one on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. A few more. Yeah, let's just run through maybe 2 more, and triceps are done with these. Look, I'm only going to do this one push down for triceps. That's the whole workout. But in no way imaginable would I ever believe that a tricep workout of just like light squeezing sets of like the rope with like 50 pounds or 20-pound kickbacks. Dude, you just can't tell me that that's not going to do as much damage as this. And in my mind, this is the type of damage which I'm going to recover and grow from. Honestly, I've been slacking on triceps, not in terms of overhead, but in terms of just overall fucking weight. I gotta get back to moving more steel around. Yeah. One more. Hello.
Yeah.